Hold on. Hold on just a second. Okay, let's go ahead and start this meeting. Welcome to the Washington State Transportation Commission Low Income Toll Discount Proposal Virtual Public Input Meeting. And we'll go ahead and remind you that if you are wanting to attend this meeting in your vehicle, that we ask that you pull over. Commissioners, I am Jim Restucci. I am chair of the State Transportation Commission, and our vice chair, J.C. Baldwin, is here. J.C., please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Jim. Good evening, everyone. J.C. Baldwin from Chelan County.
And Nicole.
Good evening, Nicole Grant. I'm a commissioner based in South King.
Gail.
Good evening. I'm Gail Tarleton, commissioner from King County.
And counting 3, 4. Okay, we have 4 commissioners. Rima, want to introduce the staff, please? I don't see any other commissioners on.
Thanks, Jim. Rima Griffith, Executive Director for the Commission.
Good. Or Eric. I'm sorry. Carl.
All right, thank you. Good evening, Carl C. I'm the Deputy Director for the Commission.
Good evening, Paula Reeve, Senior Policy Staff to the Commission.
I'm Aaron Halbert, Financial Analyst.
Okay.
Kimberly Rubenstein, Communications Consultant.
Christy Haynes, Executive Assistant.
And Mr. Chair, I think Commissioner Ransom just joined us.
Commissioner Ransom, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, good evening. Matt Ransom, Commissioner, Clark County.
Wonderful. Okay, the purpose of this meeting is to hear from the public on the Commission's proposed low-income toll discount policy for the SR 509 and 161 expressways. We'll begin providing an overview of the proposal, and then we'll open the public comment period for you to share your input. This meeting is an opportunity for the Commission to listen to your feedback on the proposed low-income toll rate policy. To ensure everyone has the opportunity to be heard, we ask that those offering comment to be brief and stick to the topic of this meeting, which is our low-income toll proposal. I'll announce the time limit when we get to the public comment period portion of the meeting in consideration of how many people are signed up. All comments will be considered as part of the Commission's public record. And I will go ahead and introduce Carl C., Deputy Director, and Ed Berry, Director of Toll Division. Gentlemen, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Appreciate that. So today I will start off our meeting with a brief presentation that provides an overview of the low-income toll discount proposal in front of us today. And so I'll start with a overview of the Puget Sound Gateway Program and then shift to the proposal itself before speaking through some next steps following a walkthrough of the proposed program itself by Ed Berry. So first, a background on the Puget Sound Gateway Program. If we go to the next slide. The purpose of the Puget Sound Gateway Program, and I should say the Puget Sound Gateway Program is in part comprised of the SR 167 and SR 509 expressways that we are speaking to today in terms of where this low-income toll discount will be applied when first implemented later this year. The Puget Sound Gateway Program's purpose is to provide essential connections to the ports of Tacoma and Seattle to ensure that people and goods are moving reliably throughout the Puget Sound region through our transportation system. This in part is to enhance the state's economic competitiveness by connecting the state's largest ports in Seattle and Tacoma to key distribution centers throughout Central Puget Sound. Next slide. As a reference, our focus today is really on the two tolled expressways that are a large part of the Puget Sound Gateway program, the SR 509 Expressway in SeaTac and the SR 167 Expressway, particularly the portion in Fife. The tolled expressways each will help manage traffic and fund construction and ongoing maintenance of the roadways by tolling these expressways. Tolling of the first portion of the 509 Expressway began in late September of 2025. And tolling on the first 2 miles of the SR 167 Expressway is scheduled to begin in December of 26. The Commission adopted toll rates for both facilities in June of last year, with intent to have low-income policies in place by the opening of the SR 167 Expressway in 2026. The maps you see here on the slide, the green circles indicate the portions of the expressways that are will be open by December of this year. The SR 509 Expressway there circled in green is the portion that opened in September of 25 from I-5 to just as you get to South 212th Street, and then SR 167 Expressway, the portion between I-5 and the Port of Tacoma through Fife. Of course, and then, so these two portions will be the first portions to have the low-income toll discount, if approved, coming up here in July. Next slide. So as a reminder, toll funding for the Puget Sound Gateway program is targeted to be $213.2 million. This is one part of the overall funding for construction of these facilities and the related projects of $2.83 billion. As referenced, in addition to funding, supporting funding for the construction of these facilities, the toll revenues will also support ongoing operations, maintenance, and preservation of the expressways themselves. Next slide. So now some more details on the low-income toll discount proposal itself. Following the Commission's initial stated intent in spring of 2025, with the passage or the approval of the toll rates for the Puget Sound Gateway program expressways to proceed with implementing a system-wide low-income toll program by 2026, the legislature included the following direction in the 2025-2027 transportation budget. In part, it says here in bold, the Commission shall partner with the Department of Transportation to design and implement a toll relief program based upon income qualification. Implementation must start with facilities where tolling begins in fiscal year 2026 or later, which is where we're starting with these expressway facilities. Further direction provides direction on how to implement going forward if there is interest to extend the low-income toll discount program to additional facilities. The assessment that is needed to take place before that is extended. Next slide. So in May, the Commission is advanced proposing the following low-income toll discount policies, beginning with the SR 509 and SR 167 expressways. A 50% discount of the applicable good-to-go pass toll rate, and this is applied to two-axle vehicles. And an eligibility criteria of a household income of no more than 200% of the federal poverty level. And I'll speak more to the federal poverty level here in a moment. If this proposal is approved by the Commission coming up in later this month, WashDOT will begin engagement in enrollment for the program this fall. I'll note that last month, in June, the Washington State Office of the State Treasurer presented analysis that confirmed implementation of the proposal will not require a change to existing toll rates and policies for the SR 509 and SR 167 expressways. So those that currently are in effect on SR 509 and those that are intended to be in effect for SR 167 once that opens would remain the same with implementation of this discount. Next slide. So as noted, the eligibility guideline is proposed to be set at up to household income up to and including 200% of the federal poverty level. For some context, the federal poverty level is commonly used to determine eligibility for governmental benefit programs like Medicaid. These federal guidelines are issued annually and set the income limits for many need-based programs, helping determine who qualifies for assistance. As you can see here, some examples of this income level of 200% of the federal poverty level include $2,660 in monthly income for a single individual, or up to $5,500 in monthly income for a household of 4. Next slide. With that, I will pass this to Ed Berry to speak to the work WashDOT has been undertaking for program implementation if this low-income discount is approved by the commission coming up in July.
Okay, thank you, Carl. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to give you a really high-level update on how we're planning to implement this if approved. Next slide. So there'll be an eligibility determination. If approved, WashDOT will operate it and request documentation from customers wishing to enroll, demonstrating their household income that meets the criteria that Carl described, no more than 200% of the federal poverty level, or if they are enrolled in an other eligible income qualified program, some examples that you see here below. So this will be a help for us to find ways to enroll interested customers that want to enroll in the program. Next slide. The anticipated process for our customers would be that they would need to submit 2 pieces of documentation to WashDOT, either online or by mail. Proof that they meet those income eligibility requirements, as described by Carl earlier, and the vehicle registration. We will approve the enrollment if the proof of eligibility meets those program requirements, and the name on the proof of eligibility matches the vehicle registration. We need to make sure that the customer enrolled it has the right vehicle matched to their account, and the vehicle is registered in Washington State. And then if approved, the enrollment would be valid for 12 months after approval. And I think I'm handing it back to you, Carl.
Thank you, Ed. So before we move into public comment period, I wanted to walk through some next steps in terms of for the commission and for WashDOT. So if I can go to the next slide. So first, today, what our next step is, I should probably start with, is first, if for the public, if you wish to provide comments to the commission, do put your name in the Q&A box down at the bottom of your screen, and we'll call on you during the public comment period. If you have questions but do not wish to speak, you can put questions in the Q&A box, also found the same Q&A box, and we'll respond to them as time allows. Please, as I think as Chair Rasucci referenced at the beginning, please do keep your comments brief and focus on the topic of the proposed low-income toll rate policies. So looking beyond today, we go to the next slide. We are currently in a public input period, and we have comments, asked that comments be submitted through July 10th, so this Friday. Following the public comment period, we'll have our final public hearing and adoption on July 21st at our July commission meeting, which will be virtual. And then if approved by the commission, in fall of this year, the program, WashDOT will begin program engagement and enrollment with the public. And then by December, if approved, the low-income toll discount program is expected to be implemented on the SR 167 and SR 509 expressways. Looking beyond implementation, there will be continuing to be monitoring and assessment of the program performance, just for information to come back to both the legislature and to WashDOT, as well as to the commission and for public understanding of how this is all working out. Next slide. So for providing public comments, of course, today we're here to hear input. But in addition, we do have the online open house that on our commission's website that began on June 22nd and will continue through July 10th. We also have options for written public comment being submitted through July 10th, again, on our website or on the email that you'll see on the last slide. And finally, we'll have our final public hearing where we'll take additional comment coupled with proposed adoption of the proposal at our July 21st virtual July Commission meeting. Next slide. So that wraps up our presentation. Again, if you have questions or if you do want to provide some written comment via email, that trans@wstc.wa.gov is an email option for that purpose as well.
Okay. Thank you, Carl.
Sure thing.
And thank you, Ed, for your presentation. Okay, we've reached the public comment portion of the meeting. If you wish to provide input to the commission, please place your name in the Q&A box and we will promote you and allow you to speak. No, I'm not seeing anything. Carl, are you?
I am not. Are we, is the Q&A box clear for everybody to be available? Does that appear for everybody in the Zoom? I don't know if Kim, if you could
Yeah, so if
clarify.
if you're on a phone, for example, or if you're not seeing it, you can click on the more with the three dots prompt, and that will give you an option for the Q&A box to write your name.
I have one, Carl. Debbie Gooder has just asked to speak.
Okay.
And then, Chair Suchi, I didn't know if you wanted to mention that if you have a question but you do not wish to speak, you can put your question in the Q&A box and we will respond as time allows.
Thank you.
And we also have someone with their hand raised. So I will promote Debbie Gooder, and then once you receive the prompt, please accept to become a panelist. And then James Neugebauer will also be on deck.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, would you like to indicate the time limit for comment?
Yeah, given the number of people, I think 3 minutes is fine. So we'll go ahead and stick with that, our norm.
Hello, this is James. I heard everything, so.
Okay, I believe Debbie Gooder is first though, right? And then James. Debbie, are you there? See her.
She may be on mute.
Yeah, Debbie, we can see you, Debbie, but oh, and it does look like you're on mute now. There you go. Can you hear us? And can you, or I should say, can you speak so we can hear you? Okay, I'm not hearing Debbie.
Okay.
You know what? We'll go ahead and do James, and then we can come back to Debbie if we can figure that out. So, James, you have the floor for 3 minutes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Ah, there you are.
Okay, I'm here.
Welcome.
So I heard everything for the meeting. So I heard everything. So
James, can you hear us?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Can you go ahead with your comments, please?
Yes. My name is James Egelbauer, and I live here in Arlington for Gimlin Way. So anyway, oh well. On the for 5 months, it had to be begin at December 2026. So anyway. Uh, When they're gonna go from the we have paths of our overlooking traffic for expense. We're gonna go for we're paid or we need to pay the bill for the mail and then we're gonna fall online. I mean, I got an autism, you know. But on the miles, you know, on New Seattle, and for safety for the British attention, for 5 months, it all started at the beginning. In other words, unit for driving is safety. Or on this train track in the map. Yeah. And that's everything I got. So
Okay. Thank you, James. Thank you for your comments. Okay, is there anyone else who would like to speak?
So far, we have no one else who has asked to speak in the Q&A box.
Okay.
Is Debbie Gooder back?
I'm looking. Debbie, are you there? No. No, it doesn't look. Oh, yeah, she is there. Debbie, can you hear us? I'm sorry, Debbie, we can't seem to hear you. You have been promoted, so you should be able to speak. If you're having a technical problem, you can always submit your comments to us via email. Okay, I know of no other, I don't see any other comments, any other public comment. I don't know. Yeah. Nope, no other comments that I'm seeing. Do you want to close public comment, commissioners?
I think we should wait until 7 o'clock.
I would agree with you.
Do you want to take a recess?
Yeah, I guess we can do a recess in place for 5 minutes, subject to the call of the chair.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Uh, 7 o'clock. It looks like we have no other public comments. I know of no other business to come before the commission and would adjourn the meeting if there's no objection. Seeing no objection, so ordered. We are adjourned. The commission stands adjourned until a virtual meeting Tuesday, July 21st. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Enjoy, everybody.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.